Oh my God, somebody please say it ain't so. This woman got 5 kids and got killed by her baby daddy's side chick who was pregnant at the time that she killed her. Now her kids ain't got no mama. The side chick gonna have to have the baby in jail, and the baby daddy out there working on another chick. He in the club smacking cheeks right now.
6:47 p.m. July 7th, 2023. A video gets posted to social media. In it, you can see a gun, you can see a woman holding a baby, and if you look close enough, you can see that both women in the frame are pregnant. 14 minutes. That's all the time she had left. By 7:02 p.m., she'd be dead on the pavement, shot in the head while her 2-year-old daughter was still in her arms, 3 of her kids watching on the side. And the person who pulled that trigger? She'd be facing life in prison while carrying the same man's baby. How does a love triangle turn into a death sentence? What makes someone pull a trigger with 3 kids standing right there? And why, 2 years later, has nobody been sentenced? I'll be honest with you. When I first heard about this case, I thought I had it figured out. Jealousy. Drama. Another tragic story about 2 women fighting over a man. But the more I dug, the worse it got. Before I tell you what happened to Justina, you need to know who she was. Because Justina Wallace wasn't just another victim of Birmingham's gun violence. She was a mother of 5, pregnant with her 6th. She had plans, she had dreams, she had a birthday party to throw in 2 days, and she was somebody's entire world. If you've ever scrolled past a story like this without thinking twice, I get it. But Justina's kids don't have that luxury. They were there, they saw everything. And if you think stories like this don't matter, you're exactly who needs to hear this. Because what happened next? Nobody saw it coming. Justina Wallace was 36 years old when she died. Originally from Florida, she moved to Birmingham to attend Miles College. Life got in the way like it does, and she never finished her degree. But in the fall of 2023, she went back to school, studying business management. She had a goal to open her own boutique. While juggling 5 kids and working in home health care, she was building something. Not just surviving. Building. Her sister Shamari said Justina was all about doing better for her kids, working every day trying to make a meaningful life. 5 children, ages ranged from her oldest sons down to Sky, who was about to turn 2, and she was 6 months pregnant with number 6. Her friend James, who talked to her every single day, said this. She was outgoing, she was loud, she was a good mother, she went above and beyond. Another friend, Charkelia, put it like this. To know her was to love her. No matter what, she was always herself. Justina had a complicated situation with the father of her children. I'm not going to name him because he was never charged with anything. But here's what matters. He also had kids with another woman. That woman was 21 years old. Her name was Ania Nowden. Both women knew about each other, both had children by him, both were pregnant again for same man. 2 women. 1 man. 2 pregnancies. And Birmingham, Alabama, is about to become a crime scene. And according to everyone close to Justina, the tension had been building for a while. You know what keeps hitting me while I'm going through this case? Red flags. People around Justina said they knew something felt off. Friends mentioned arguments. Social media posts were getting heated. But nobody knew how bad it would get. That's actually why I put together a resource called Love Shouldn't Hurt. A survival guide to spotting red flags and escaping abuse before it turns deadly. It's not just about romantic relationships. It's about recognizing when tension is about to cross a line, when jealousy turns dangerous, when you need to get out before it's too late. Links in the description. Kindly check it out. Because what happened to Justina? It didn't come out of nowhere. The signs were there. People just didn't know what they were looking at yet. Here's what we know from police reports and witnesses. There were videos posted to social media before the shooting, not after. Before. In one of them, you can see Ania pointing a gun directly at Justina, and Justina is holding Sky in her arms. That video was posted at 6:47 p.m. on July 7th, 2023. 14 minutes later, Justina would be dying in a parking lot. People saw that video. It was online, public, and nobody called the police. If you saw someone pointing a gun at a woman holding a baby, what would you do? Would you intervene? Call the cops? Or would you assume it's just drama and scroll past? Because people saw that video, and nobody stopped what came next. What would you have done? Be honest in the comments. And if you believe that threatening someone's life while they're holding a baby crosses every possible line, hit that like button right now. Because what Ania did wasn't just impulsive. She filmed it, she posted it, she wanted people to see. And if you think behavior like that deserves consequences, let me know by sharing this video. Because on July 7th at 7 p.m., Justina and Ania crossed paths in person. And this time there wouldn't be just a video. Friday evening, July 7th, 2023. Apartment complex on 17th Avenue North, Norwood neighborhood, Birmingham. Around 7 p.m., Justina and Ania were in the same place at the same time. Both pregnant, both mothers, both connected to the same man who wasn't there. What started as words turned into something nobody could take back. Justina wasn't alone. She was holding Sky, her 2-year-old daughter, nearly 20 pounds of weight in her arms. 2 of her sons were standing right next to her, close enough to touch their mother. 3 kids, 3 witnesses. Ania pulled out a gun, and according to what she later told detectives, she saw Sky in Justina's arms before she fired. She saw the baby, and she pulled the trigger anyway. 1 bullet, straight to the head.
Oh, hell no. She killed her in front of her children? What is the world coming to? This is the saddest news I ever heard in my life. She didn't deserve this, and neither did her kids. Now they got a mental stain on their brain. And the fact still remains that their father is gonna get other women pregnant regardless of what happened to their mother, the side chick. Ain't no telling how many women this man done got pregnant, and they willing to kill and steal and rob for his love and affection.
Justina collapsed. Sky was still in her arms when she hit the ground. The 2 boys standing next to her watched their mother go down. Birmingham Fire and Rescue got the call at 7:02 p.m. By the time they arrived, Justina was unconscious. Critical condition. They rushed her to UAB hospital. Police detained Ania at the scene. They also took in the father of the children for questioning, though he was never charged. Justina's family spent that night in the waiting room. Doctors ran tests. The bullet was lodged in her brain. They did what they could. Her sister Shamari sat there praying. Friends showed up, everyone waiting for news that wouldn't come. Saturday afternoon, July 8th, 2023, Justina was pronounced dead. The coroner confirmed what made it even worse. She was 6 months pregnant. 2 lives gone. 1 bullet. When Birmingham homicide detectives questioned Ania, she didn't deny it. She admitted she saw Sky in Justina's arms. She saw the 2-year-old. She knew the baby was there, and she fired anyway. That statement destroyed any chance of claiming self-defense. You can't say you felt threatened by a woman holding a toddler.
Days after a pregnant woman was killed in the Norwood neighborhood, her loved ones are preparing to say goodbye. Justina Wallace was shot last Friday. She died the next day. Only on WVTM 13, Gladys Batista spoke to her sister about the circumstances the family says will stay with her children forever.
Justina Wallace was gunned down in this apartment complex off of 17th Avenue North last Friday. And I spoke to her sister today, nearly 1 week after her death, and she tells me she still can't believe that her sister is gone. Shamari Cook describes her sister as a doting mother whose energy was infectious. That's why she's still shocked after learning Wallace had been shot at her Norwood apartment complex. Cook says her sister was holding her toddler when it happened. 2 of her other children were next to her. Birmingham police say Wallace was rushed to the hospital as detectives took 21-year-old Ania Nowden into questioning. Investigators say Wallace and Nowden were arguing before the gunfire erupted, and the 2 women have children by the same man. Wallace died from her injuries on Saturday, and Nowden is now charged with capital murder. Cook says it was difficult learning she lost her sister and her unborn baby, but described the trauma Wallace's children who saw it happen are now dealing with.
How could you possibly walk through children, 2 kids with a gun, and point it to another person that's holding the child? That's sad. That's really sad. So I mean, I just don't know what could have possibly driven her to that point. I understand people have breaking points, but not to the point where you want to end someone's life, because once they're dead, they're dead.
Cook tells me Wallace leaves behind 5 children.
Look, I know some of you still haven't hit subscribe, and honestly, I want to know why. Go to the comments right now and tell me. What would it take? Is it the way I tell these stories? The cases I pick? Are you just watching without committing? I'm genuinely curious, because if there's something I can improve, I want to know. Drop your honest reason below. So here's what I can't stop thinking about. Ania was 21 years old, also pregnant, also a mother herself. What goes through your mind when you point a gun at another mother holding her child? Do you think about your own kids? Do you think about hers? Or do you just not care? Comment your thoughts below. Because 2 days later, on what should have been the happiest day of Sky's life, everything got worse. Sky's second birthday. Justina had been planning it for weeks. Cocomelon theme. Balloons everywhere. Presents stacked up. She wanted it perfect. But Justina had been dead for less than 48 hours. Her friends and family had a choice to make. Cancel the party or go through with it, knowing the person who planned everything would never walk through that door. They decided Sky deserved her day. Around 6 p.m. that Sunday, they gathered. Juice boxes, decorations. A room full of people trying to smile for a little girl who didn't understand why her mom wasn't there. The cake had 2 candles shaped like the number 2, and right there on the frosting, Justina's face. Her friend Charkelia said it best. Justina did everything big. We're just trying to keep that going. It's about the kids right now. Bittersweet doesn't even cover it. Glamorous Mullen, a friend who'd known Justina for 2 years, took in all 5 children. She said, I just gravitated to her. She was like my own sister. Now she's raising 5 kids who watched their mother die. Kids who wake up asking where mommy is. Kids who don't understand why she's not coming back. Justina's sister Shamari put it plainly. No one has won. That baby won't have their mom, and my nieces and nephews won't have theirs. That same Sunday at 5:41 p.m., Ania was officially booked into Jefferson County Jail. Capital murder. Not just murder. Capital. Because under Alabama law, killing someone in front of a child under 14 makes it a capital offense. The potential sentences? Life without parole or death. Ania was held without bond, no bail, no going home, straight to a cell. And here's the part nobody talks about. Ania was 8 months pregnant when they locked her up. On July 17th, Ania's attorney filed an emergency motion. He argued she needed medical care, high blood pressure, preeclampsia, complications. He asked the judge to either set a reasonable bond or let her out on electronic monitoring until she delivered. The judge reviewed the case, looked at the evidence, heard the confession where Ania admitted she saw Sky in Justina's arms before firing. The ruling? Denied. Ania would stay in Jefferson County Jail and deliver her child. No bond. The judge ordered her moved to the medical floor, away from the general population. Ania complained she'd now be housed with inmates who had mental health issues. The judge didn't budge. If this is hitting you the way it's hitting me, do something for me. Hit that like button, not for me, but because Justina's kids deserve to know their mom's story reached people, that it mattered. And if you think this story is worth sharing, send it to someone who needs to hear it. Let's make sure Justina isn't forgotten. So here's the question that's been eating at me. That birthday party happened at 6 p.m. Ania was officially booked at 5:41 p.m. Same day. 20 minutes apart. One event celebrating a life, the other processing a death. Do you think Ania thought about that little girl's birthday while sitting in that booking cell? Drop your honest opinion below, because what happened next, nobody expected.
Our officers and detectives are on the scene of a person shot. Just before 7 p.m., North Precinct officers were dispatched to the 3200 block of 17th Avenue North on report of a person shot. Officers arrived on scene when they observed an adult female suffering from a gunshot wound in an apartment complex. Birmingham Fire and Rescue personnel arrived on the scene and transported the victim to UAB Hospital. She has suffered life-threatening injuries. The preliminary investigation has revealed that the victim was involved in a verbal argument with a separate adult female, and we believe the second adult female shot our victim. Officers detained an adult female and an adult male for questioning. They have been transported to the Birmingham Police Headquarters, where our felony assault detectives, along with our homicide detectives, will interview them due to the severity of the victim's injuries. And right now we can release that we believe the victim does in fact know the person who shot her. And their relationship is, and this is preliminary, we believe that both women possibly share a child in common with a separate adult male. Everyone good? Thank you, gentlemen. Good help.
The adult male who was brought in for questioning, was he also involved in the argument, or was he just there?
May have just been there, but detectives are going to question him, possibly see what his involvement is in this situation. But we do believe that isolated between the female and the other female.
And that uninvolved male who has children with both, does he have children with both?
Possibly.
Have you spoken to him, or was he there?
He's one of the ones that we're going to question. So the theme behind this homicide is that everyone knows one another. So we have a situation where a person chose to resolve a conflict by shooting another person.
Has there been any other responses to any other incidents in this area before?
Not recently that I know about to this magnitude. You know, it is an active area that North Precinct officers are well aware of. However, I can't speak on recently because I can't say it's been that busy down here. Thank you, everyone.
This is a part of the reason why I don't do hood rats. If you not classy, I don't want nothing to do with you. I damn sure not about to put a baby up in you, cause ain't no telling how it's gonna turn out. It's a lot of brothers dead in jail cause they mess with the wrong chick. And it's a lot of women out there dead in jail or doing worse because they messed around with the wrong dude. But the truth of the matter is, men to smash anything. Women need to be more careful about the men that they lay up with, especially if you know he got other baby mamas and things like that. You bound to have some drama in your life.
July 2023. Capital murder charge, confession on record, witnesses, evidence. By every measure, this case should have moved fast. Ania's next hearing was scheduled for September 2023, 2 months away, standard procedure, and then nothing, no updates, no trial date announced, no plea deal reported. The case just stopped. Here's what makes this strange. In 2024, Birmingham had 138 criminal homicides. The city was drowning in violent crime. Local news covered dozens of murder trials from that same period. Cases that happened after Justina's death went to trial. Verdicts came back. Sentences were handed down. But Justina's case still pending. As of October 2025, more than 2 years later, there's been no public record of any movement. Jefferson County Jail records show Ania Ann Nowden is still listed as a pretrial inmate. Still no bond, still no trial date, still no resolution. She's been sitting in that cell for over 2 years, waiting for a jury to decide her fate. And Justina's kids, they're growing up in that same waiting period. No closure, no justice, just waiting.
I'm back on the motherfucking live because I hate scary hoes. How you gonna come and after I get off live, you gonna come and on my motherfucking live like you bout some shit, girl? Come on now. These hoes love coming. Girl, them motherfucking views popped up quick as hell. Yeah, I got back on live because, let me tell y'all, the whole scary yeah. So I was on live the whole time, and this bitch wanted to comment after I got off live. Girl, keep bringing my name up in her motherfucking mouth. Talking about something, I'm fucking her baby daddy. I got a lie to fuck her baby daddy. Girl, I don't lie to nobody baby daddy, because bitch, I don't even fuck my baby daddy. The bitch you talking about, ho? I don't fuck baby daddy, then I got to be your baby daddy. Girl, baby daddy a whole motherfucking line. He lived behind me and my baby daddy when I was staying with my baby daddy. It don't even get that damn deep for me to be trying to lie and bring up your name. Girl, you was an unknown relevant factor. And I just told this bitch on the phone, like, what you keep calling me for? Then when I pulled her whole card, she got scared and didn't want to say nothing. But like I said, bitch, you do so much homework on me. Some of them, you know where I be at, you know where I stay in this and that, boo. Okay, you can know where I stay, but when he ain't pulled up yet.
Shamari, Justina's sister, said something that won't leave my head. How could you possibly walk through children to kids with a gun and point it at another person holding a child? That's sad. I just don't know what could have triggered her to that point. She also said this, I pray at this point she finds God. That's all she needs because all I see is the devil surrounding her. Even in her grief, Shamari showed grace. But grace doesn't bring justice, and 2 years of silence doesn't bring peace. So where's the trial? Why has a case with a confession, witnesses, and clear evidence been stalled for over 2 years? Is it the system being overwhelmed? Is it legal maneuvering? Is someone dragging their feet? I don't have those answers. And honestly, neither does Justina's family. What I do know is this. Every day that passes without a trial is another day those kids grow up without closure. Another day Sky gets older without understanding why her mom isn't coming back. Another day the system fails the people it's supposed to protect. If you believe justice delayed is justice denied, hit that subscribe button right now. Because I'm watching this case. And the second there's movement, a trial date, a verdict, anything, I'll cover it. But I can only update you if you're subscribed. Don't let Justina's story end in silence. Turn on notifications. Here's what I want to know from you. Do you think this case will ever go to trial? Or is Ania going to sit in that cell for another 2 years with no resolution? And more importantly, do you think the man who fathered children with both of them should have faced any consequences? Drop your predictions below. Because what I'm about to tell you in this final part, it's going to make you question who the real villain is.
We love you, Justina. We love you, Justina. We love you, Justina. Release your balloons. Let them go, yeah. We love you, baby.
Let's be clear about what happened here. Justina is dead. Ania is in jail. 5 kids are being raised by someone who isn't their mother. A 6th child never got born. And the man both women fought over? He was questioned and released. No charges. He walked away. So I'll ask you what Justina's sister asked. Who won? This wasn't about love. Let's stop pretending it was. A man who can't commit to one woman gets 2 pregnant at the same time, creates chaos, steps back while they destroy each other. And when one of them ends up dead and the other faces life in prison, where is he? Not in a cell. Not on trial. Not even named in most of the coverage. Free. Was it worth it? The jealousy, the anger, the rage? Justina wanted to open a boutique. She went back to school at 36 to make it happen. She had plans. Ania was 21, barely out of her teens, also pregnant, also trying to build a life. Both of them mothers, both of them carrying babies, both of them connected to someone who clearly didn't value either of them enough to prevent this. And now, one's dead, one's locked up, and their kids are the ones paying for it. To Justina's family, to Shamari, to Glamorous, who's raising those 5 children, and especially to Sky, who'll grow up knowing her mother only through photos and stories. I'm sorry. I'm sorry the system has left you waiting. I'm sorry this happened. And I'm sorry the world keeps moving while you're stuck in July 2023. If you believe that shooting a mother in front of her children deserves the absolute maximum punishment, hit that subscribe button. If you think cases like this deserve attention until there's actual justice, turn on notifications. But here's the question I really need your answer on. Who's the real villain in this story? Is it Ania, who pulled the trigger? Is it the man who created the situation and walked away clean? Is it the system that's let this case sit for 2 years with no trial? Or is it all of us, the people who saw the warning signs and did nothing? Drop your honest answer below. I'm reading every single comment. And if this story made you feel something, if it made you think twice about ignoring red flags, if it reminded you that real people are behind these stories.
It'd be different if this was all entertainment, but the sad part about it is this is real life. People out here really losing their lives. You got women out here sleeping with the same man and they loving it and liking it and they tasting him, slurping him, knowing that he been up in the next chick. A lot of them all hop into bed together, be walking around the house butt naked together, kids in the other room hungry while they daddy eating steak and shrimp with his baby mama and his side chick. Y'all gotta let me know what y'all think about this in the comment section, man. And for you beautiful ladies out there, I risk my motherfucking life. I risk my life to give you documentations, girl. I risk my life to give you documentations, girl. I risk my life to give you documentations, girl. I risk my life to give you documentations, girl.